Hi, hello, your girl Ango here. I greet you. Today we'll be talking about personal development. What is that? What do we understand by personal development? Please, as you watch, please leave a comment and subscribe if you've not done so. And let's have this conversation and know more about personal development. Thank you. So, most often than not, we find really learned people, educated people, bankers, educated doctors, astronauts that cannot get along in their communities. They lack just some skills to get along, or the community looks at them as outcasts, they are nerds, and they really don't fit into the society. What is going on? It's just to tell us that educational and professional development is not personal development. In the German system where I am now, my children come home with report cards stating how they behave socially, emotionally. Sports plays a big role in school, mentally, how they do it. So it is, and they offer psychology, philosophy, or religion as a form of upgrading one's spiritual self in school, so the children get to choose. So it is really integrated in the society. It's very common to see in Africa that a very educated person wants to be carried up and cherished and called names so they don't associate with people of lower intelligence level. Yet here, it's very easy to find a medical doctor and astronaut actually integrating in the society, mixing up with people of all levels when it comes to socializing, and then he goes back to his work and fits in naturally. It's because a level of personal development has taken place. So what is personal development? Personal development has 5 foundations. It starts from the very important one, which is the physical personal development. Physical personal development is when we feel comfortable in our bodies, our physical bodies. When we know how to use our bodies in any way that gives us confidence. Be it dancing, we could know how to dance very well. We could know how to play an instrument. We could even sing so well. It could be anything that makes us feel confident about our bodies. Just doing something that maybe just modeling or any kind of thing that goes physically, sporting activities that gives us confidence. So knowing how to use our bodies very well helps us to feel confident in ourselves, and it makes us feel calm, and we are able to socialize in the right way. Then we go up to the mental personal development. Is when we understand that thinking is a rounded thing. Everybody has a perspective, and there are bits and pieces of the truth or an actual situation in every head. So there are always aha moments. If we talk to people with understanding, we always learn something from each other. No side has a complete truth or the ultimate virtue, because as we say, God presents himself to each and every one of us in a way we discern it. So mental development is when we know how to perceive, when we understand different perspectives and understand that humans are endowed in different ways and we can always learn in each situation. Then we come down to the social personal development. It's when our relationship to the society is balanced. When we give in a confident way, when we do not allow ourselves to be overshadowed by the community, when we understand boundaries, and when we understand when to set these boundaries and when to interact, when we understand how to manage our time and manage our space and interact with level head. So this is how just this interaction with the society, knowing how to give and take, it's a mutual thing without being overshadowed or overthrown. Then we come to the emotional personal development. This has to do with all the emotions that we feel. Pain, anger, bitterness, all these emotions that come. When we start understanding them one by one and knowing why they come. Sometimes we are so angry with people because they look so similar to us, and we are annoyed to see these aspects we don't like about ourselves. Yet sometimes people do actual things that really cause anger. So when we know how to differentiate feelings, emotions, we become intelligent and we hardly really just get taken away by angry feelings or allow bitterness to overshadow us and give us sicknesses. The final one, which actually embodies everything, is the spiritual personal development. This one can look so tricky, but it's a paramount. Spirituality is in it. There are people who were maybe Muslims and they became Christians. There are some people who were Buddhists and they became Christians. Some Christians became Muslims. So there is some really intertwining of learning and unlearning taking place, that people move from place to place. God reveals himself to people in many ways. So wherever we are all born into this earth with innocence. So we come into the earth as innocent as we are. We pass through a space of being ignorant of things. We make small mistakes. We learn rapidly. Then we are in this space of fear. When there is ignorance, we're in a space of fear. Anytime something happens, we become very anxious and react very fast, because our ego comes in to protect us. We even go as far as lying or stealing or threatening or withdrawing or doing whatever, because we're acting from a space of fear when we don't understand exactly where the feeling is. If we cannot define it, then we are acting out of fear. So this particular fear, like Ephesians says in the Bible, as a Christian, it says, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love, of power, love, and a sound mind. So, out of love, not the errors, not the love of feelings of no, the love that accepts each other. This love that accepts people gives us power to overcome fear. That fear that makes our ego to linger around and confuse us. So when we develop this power, we've made a choice. We make a choice to start giving. We understand the aspects of spirituality. We start giving back. We give without thinking. We understand people are not acting out of malice or whatever. Yet we can even express how it looks like. Yet we do not get crazily angry and hit places. We know how to approach. We know how to talk about things. So when we move away from the space of giving, we make choices. The world is open to us. We start studying. We make a choice and we start studying heavily. We study books. We study things just to round up. It rounds up. We start understanding what the physical has to do, what the society has to do, the social, what the mental has to do. We embody everything and we round it up emotionally. And we become like sages in the society. Now, people start calling you to talk. People start coming for mentorship. People start asking questions because they recognize something about you being a sage. You are wise. You know what to do. You know how to answer. You know how to solve problems. You know how to look at things from other perspectives. And from this stage, you can only develop into a spiritual, divine person, always finding yourself in a space of meditation and living in a very divine space. So this is all what makes up personal development: the physical, the mental, the social, and the emotional and spiritual development that we can follow. There are books on this, there are courses, and there are simple ways. It's left to us to examine ourselves. What am I not good in? Am I good physically? Maybe I should improve myself. Maybe I should learn an instrument. Maybe I should do something to feel comfortable in my body. Mentally, maybe I should start reading books to understand different perspectives. Maybe I should read books on society. Social, we know how to interact. We can attend courses. Emotionally, we always step back to understand our feelings. And spiritually, we let go. We allow people be themselves. We encourage people. We do not promote some kind of promiscuity, but we know how to ask questions. So we allow people think for themselves and come up with their own answers. In the hope that this helps you, the growth process continues, and it's all about love. Thank you.